What if I told you that the words you whisper to yourself each morning could shape the course of your entire life? What if I told you that success doesn't begin with talent or luck or even hard work, but with the silent sentences you let echo inside your mind? Every belief you hold, every limitation you feel, every dream you dare to chase or abandon begins with a thought. And thoughts, when repeated with conviction, crystallize into destiny. That's why affirmations are not just empty words, but tools, sharp, transformative tools that can rewire your subconscious, fuel your drive, and anchor you in the mindset of success. Today, we are diving into 7 affirmations you should repeat daily. 7 simple but powerful statements that, if spoken consistently and with intent, can shift your reality. These affirmations aren't magic spells, but they work in a way that feels like magic, because they change the way you see yourself, the way you interact with challenges, and the way you invite opportunities into your life. Let's begin with the first. I am capable of achieving greatness. How many times have you secretly doubted yourself? How often have you looked at your goals and thought, maybe that's too big for me. Maybe I don't have what it takes. This affirmation is the antidote to that poison. When you repeat it daily, you remind yourself that greatness is not reserved for a select few. It's not something only the rich, the privileged, or the lucky inherit. It is something that can be built, brick by brick, through persistence, vision, and self-belief. Saying, I am capable of achieving greatness, tells your subconscious that you are not ordinary. You have within you the seeds of extraordinary achievement. And when you nurture that belief, you begin to act in ways that align with it. The second affirmation, I deserve success and abundance. This one is powerful because so many people unconsciously sabotage themselves. They work hard, they try, but deep inside, they feel undeserving. They think success belongs to others, not them. But repeating this affirmation daily dismantles that hidden resistance. It teaches you to accept that abundance is your birthright. It shifts your energy from scarcity to abundance, from fear to acceptance, from self-doubt to confidence. By saying, I deserve success and abundance, you permit yourself to receive the rewards of your efforts without guilt, hesitation, or fear. Third affirmation, I am focused, disciplined, and consistent. Success is never about occasional bursts of energy. It's about steady, repeated actions, day after day, even when motivation fades. This affirmation works like an anchor, reminding you that discipline is the real currency of success. By repeating it, you condition yourself to stay the course. When distractions come, you'll remember this promise you've made to yourself. When excuses arise, you'll recall the commitment burned into your mind. Saying, I am focused, disciplined, and consistent plants discipline not as a burden, but as part of your identity. The fourth affirmation may surprise you. I turn challenges into opportunities. Life will not always be smooth. Success is not about avoiding storms, but about learning to sail through them. When you affirm this daily, you reshape the way you see obstacles. Instead of saying, why me? You begin asking, how can this serve me? Every setback becomes a lesson. Every obstacle becomes fuel. By repeating, I turn challenges into opportunities, you train your mind to search for growth in the darkest corners of your struggles. Imagine how powerful it feels to know that nothing can truly stop you, because even the walls in front of you become doors when you believe this. The fifth affirmation, I attract the right people and opportunities into my life. None of us succeeds alone. Behind every dream fulfilled are connections, mentors, supporters, and allies. But if you believe you are surrounded only by negativity, that's often what you will notice and reinforce. By affirming that you attract the right people and opportunities, you create a magnetic mindset. You tune your focus toward relationships that uplift rather than drain. You begin to notice the doors that open instead of the ones that close. This affirmation makes you not just a dreamer, but a magnet for the people and circumstances that help manifest your dreams. Sixth affirmation, I am constantly growing and evolving. This statement keeps you humble but powerful. It reminds you that success is not a final destination, it's a journey. Too many people achieve a little and then stop, thinking they've reached the top. But true achievers never stop learning, never stop adapting, never stop expanding their horizons. By repeating this affirmation, you create a flexible mindset. You no longer fear change because you know you are built for growth. Every day becomes an opportunity to expand, to improve, to become wiser and stronger than the day before. And finally, the seventh affirmation, I am grateful for every step of my journey. Gratitude is the hidden engine of success. Without it, no achievement ever feels enough. Gratitude keeps you grounded, balanced, and motivated. When you affirm your gratitude daily, you not only enjoy the present, but also invite more reasons to be grateful in the future. Gratitude turns small victories into sources of joy, and even challenges into blessings in disguise. By saying, I am grateful for every step of my journey, you infuse your path with meaning and satisfaction, no matter where you are on it. These 7 affirmations, when spoken daily with intention, are like seeds planted into the soil of your subconscious. Over time, they sprout into confidence, resilience, clarity, and abundance. But remember, affirmations only work when paired with aligned action. They prepare the mind, but you must also move your body, take the steps, and make the decisions that match the truths you declare. You've now discovered 7 affirmations that have the power to reshape your life, not just as words you repeat, but as seeds you plant in the soil of your mind. But here's the truth. Affirmations are not magic spells that work only when spoken. They are invitations to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the identity you are building. When you say them with conviction, you are telling your nervous system, your subconscious, and even the universe itself, this is who I am becoming. And slowly but surely, the world begins to mirror that back to you. Think about it. Every belief you carry about yourself is like a lens through which you interpret reality. If your inner dialogue is filled with doubt, then even opportunities will look like threats. If your inner voice tells you that you are unworthy, then even love will feel suspicious. But the moment you shift that dialogue, the moment you decide to speak a new truth about who you are, you begin to change not only your perception, but also your outcomes. Affirmations are the tools that sharpen this new lens. It's not about pretending life is perfect. It's not about ignoring your pain, your challenges, or your failures. In fact, affirmations work best when you embrace your imperfections and still choose to declare strength. Imagine standing in front of a storm and saying, I am calm. I am capable. I will overcome. It doesn't mean the storm vanishes, but it changes how you walk through it. And sometimes, that change is exactly what saves you. Let me share something with you. The most successful people you admire are not free from fear. They feel it just as deeply as anyone else. The difference is, they've trained their minds to stay anchored in beliefs that serve them. They wake up and affirm their purpose, their vision, their resilience. And because they do this consistently, their outer world bends toward that inner certainty. The question is, are you willing to do the same? When you repeat affirmations daily, you are reprogramming the 95% of your mind that runs on autopilot, the subconscious. That hidden layer of your psyche doesn't care about what you say once. It listens to what you repeat over and over again. So if for years you've been telling yourself, I'm not good enough, then guess what? Your subconscious has been nodding along, creating patterns that reflect that belief. But if you start today with words that empower, even if they feel foreign at first, your subconscious will eventually accept them as truth. And when that happens, everything begins to shift. Picture yourself 6 months from now. You've spoken these affirmations every day. You've faced setbacks, but instead of collapsing, you stood taller. You've looked at yourself in the mirror and chosen to believe in the person staring back at you. One day, without even realizing it, The words stop feeling like practice and start feeling like reality. That is the moment affirmations stop being statements and start becoming your identity. There's another layer to this. Affirmations don't just change you, they change how people see you. When you walk into a room with the energy of someone who believes in their worth, people notice. When you carry the quiet confidence of someone who knows they are enough, doors open. It's not arrogance, it's alignment. You are no longer begging for validation. You radiate it. And that magnetism is impossible to ignore. But here's the challenge: consistency. Too many people start affirmations with excitement and abandon them when results aren't instant. Remember, you're undoing years, maybe even decades, of negative conditioning. Be patient with yourself. Some days you'll feel powerful. Other days the old voice of doubt will creep back in. That's normal. The key is to keep going anyway. Every repetition is a brick in the foundation of your new reality. So here's what I invite you to do tonight. Before you sleep, repeat the affirmations. Feel them, don't just say them. See yourself living as if they are true. Then tomorrow morning, repeat them. Write them down. Place them on your wall, your phone, your journal. Let them become the soundtrack of your daily life. Because if your inner voice becomes unstoppable, then nothing outside of you can break you. Now, I want to ask you something. Which affirmation spoke to you the most today? Which one feels like it was written for you, as if it reached into your soul and touched something real? Share it in the comments, not just for yourself, but because your words might be the spark someone else needs to hear. Remember this: success is not just about strategy, effort, or luck. It's about belief. It's about the story you tell yourself every single day. And the most powerful story you can tell is one that declares, I am capable, I am worthy, I am unstoppable. Let that story be yours. And if this video inspired you, if it gave you clarity or hope, then take a moment right now to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Because together, we are not just repeating words. We are building a community of people rewriting their inner dialogue and creating the lives they truly deserve.